So today we're going to be taking a look at the Western Digital WD Black, and this is a gaming performance SSD with a solid 3.5 gigabytes about read and write speeds, which I think is absolutely awesome, especially because the current SSD that I have back here was a really cheap one I got, which was back at the time was $70 for 120 gigabytes. And now this is 500 gigabytes, and this was I think maybe like 120. And obviously I've had a couple issues with SSDs and stuff in the past just because they're so small, and I finally decided I'll get a 500 gigabyte. As I said, I do a lot of video editing. This will serve as great cache for a lot of those things. I don't actually have to always be concerned about trying to clear up space on the SSD, so I can do stuff, so I can breathe, so I can download things, which I think will be a great addition. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys kind of the whole process of unboxing this, taking a look at this. This mainly what mostly this video will be doing. Then we'll go through and we'll just talk about my performance afterwards, what I thought about it. You all should know how to install an NVMe SSD, guys. It's kind of simple stuff, but I'll go through and install Windows and then tell you what I think of it, what my final thoughts are. Well, SSDs are nice and all, and I do like them a lot, and there's not really much of an unboxing, so I do apologize for that much. But I did want to kind of do this video, well, A, because I don't know how long it's actually going to take for me to install this, so I might just have everything set up so when I get done with actually putting this and installing this and getting Windows all done, I don't actually have to wait like a huge amount of time for everything to get finished. Okay, so, moment of truth, boys. Here we are, and we've got a nice little bit of some information, of course you would think with an SSD and stuff. But yeah, that's what it looks like. Actually, I'll take it out. But yeah, regular slot SSD, which I do think is a little cool how they just got like a small little chip. It's not just like, I mean, I've messed with these before and all, but it's usually they're two-sided or something along those lines, which I think is kind of cool as well. So I'm going to put that back down there, and I'm going to get to installing this. I'm really excited to actually get some better performance out of the SSD and actually get a clean install of Windows on there. So I'm going to go through and do that, and then we'll get into the after results. So boot times. Boot times alone got 10 seconds shaved off. Keep in mind, this is an SSD to another SSD, of 500 megabytes per second to 3.5 gigabytes per second. So it's a substantial bit faster, and it boots up in literally no time whatsoever. So I was like loading all my stuff back up on there, and I have obviously the old SSD that I'm going to be connecting stuff. I'll probably turn into like a boot or just kind of like store stuff in. But it's so amazing because you go from like having to wait like a good like 10 to 15 seconds to literally it's almost like the moment you get the BIOS screen, it's ready to go. And I think that's absolutely awesome because it literally, like, you think that an SSD is okay when you get to an SSD from a hard drive, and then you look at this and it's like, I mean, it's not as big of a difference, but it's definitely noticeable, and I'm glad that, it does this good. And also some of the behind the scenes reasons why I actually decided to, get another SSD, because the current one, as I said, had a couple issues. I think it actually may be failing. I'm not too sure. There's been a lot of corruption issues actually since I've gotten it. So actually the graphics drivers got corrupted on it. Something's wrong with the Windows installation, and I didn't feel like wiping all my data, especially when I wanted to upgrade, and something I was thinking about doing for a long time, just getting a bigger SSD. And so I finally got something that was a lot faster, which I'm really happy I did. So as for the individual drive itself, I don't know, like, I've actually used the WD 500 gigabyte blue one for my brother's gaming. He actually increases FPS a lot in some of his games. And then, that one obviously is a lower speed and would kind of make sense for some gaming applications, but this is also some weird applications as well for gaming. But I do think this will be good just for the operating system, just kind of load in there really quick, get quick access to stuff, and then, just open all my stuff really quick and get a faster PC. Because when obviously if you're going to reinstall Windows, of course things are going to be fast, but if you go through and do it on SSD, and faster SSD will be even better. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts, opinions, comments, stuff down below, and as always, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.